bending down so as not to hit the lintel, not fitting into airplane seats, having to squeeze your legs into your blanket. Not so fun when you're way tall, is it? Well, you're not alone. In fact, we're about to show you the tallest human beings to ever live. And if you stay long enough and observe carefully, you just might recognize the one that made a guest appearance on Grey's Anatomy. Lindsay Hayward. This California girl is about 204 centimeters tall. She didn't just suddenly become like that. It started from when she was a teen, measuring 6 centimeters taller than her friends. She could have been much taller than 204 centimeters if not for the fact that she suffered a spinal hernia. She grew to the limelight due to the fact that she's a great actor, even making a guest appearance in the popular medical series Grey's Anatomy, and for her multiple victories in various wrestling matches. Apart from acting in series, she also landed a full movie role, drawing the attention of Guinness Book of Records, which then crowned her the tallest person in a lead role of a movie. Lindsay said in an interview that living the life of an extremely tall person constantly draws attention to you in places like airplanes, stores, etc. Everyone just looks at you with that gaze to constantly remind you of how tall you are. She also, like I said earlier, had a career in wrestling in 2008 after the manager noticed her and offered her free lessons, after which she was promoted to fighting in WWE. Her career spanned for 4 years until she decided to call it quits in 2012. Dalip Singh Rana. Dalip Singh Rana, an Indian wrestler also known as the Great Khali, measures about 220 centimeters due to a hormonal disorder in his pituitary gland. He couldn't just let that height go to waste, so he decided to work out and join the Indian police force. He also received an award for being the first Indian to win the heavyweight championship in the elite WWE. That kind of height made it very difficult to get someone to train him, and also even more difficult to get training equipment for his size. This became one of his challenges. Another challenge is that a guy this big needs a large amount of fuel. He admitted that he ate about 5 whole chickens a day to give him the right amount of protein his huge body needs. He's now a full American citizen and no longer wrestles but runs a wrestling school. I would have said reach for the stars, but I'm pretty sure you can get there on your own. Igor Vovkavinskiy. Igor Vovkavinskiy, born in the Soviet Union, is about 234 centimeters tall. His parents had to relocate to the United States so as to help him solve his pituitary problem that kept him growing rapidly. The doctors had to perform a total of 16 surgeries on him to stop his rapid growth because it was giving him problems like a sore back and sore feet. Picking the right pair of shoes his size became such a burden that Reebok had to gift him 3 pairs of custom sneakers. Sultan Kosen. Turkish former Sultan Kosen has a height of about 250 centimeters, making him the tallest man in the world. He would have been on top of the list, but the title says tallest humans to ever live, not top tallest humans to ever live, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, Kosen also has the largest palms in the world, which measure in at 24 centimeters long, and suffered from pituitary issues, just like everyone else his size, which led him to go for a series of surgeries to stop his growth. Being the tallest man in the world also came with a lot of issues, like the fact that it was difficult to finish school, which led him into farming, the fact that his head touched the ceilings of most houses, and that it became very difficult to find clothes and shoes that big. Robert Wadlow. Kosen is the tallest man alive, but Robert Wadlow was the tallest man to ever live. He was born in the U.S. in the year 1918, which was a time when medicine wasn't very advanced, so doctors couldn't perform major surgeries like brain surgery, which could have helped him. This caused him to keep growing to a height of 272 centimeters. This did not stop him from living a relatively normal life, though. He, unlike Kosen, finished high school and went on to study law, but unfortunately couldn't finish. He then went to join the circus, and people instantly fell in love with him, nicknaming him the Gentle Giant. His health started heading for the worst due to insufficient health care at that time, and in his 20s he couldn't walk properly unless he was on crutches. He was later wounded by an accident with a cane, which eventually led to sepsis. The doctors tried their best to save his life by administering medicine to the best of their ability and also encouraging blood transfusions, but the efforts proved abortive. He died in the year 1940, and a large number of friends, loved ones, fans, and even the general public, numbering up to 40,000, gathered to attend his funeral. Neil Fingleton. Neil Fingleton played a part in the popular series Games of Thrones. You know, the part when Mag the Mighty tore the doors of Castle Black with his bare hands. He is also the tallest actor in the world, and he made his first appearance as a bodyguard in the movie X-Men in the year 2011. He has also played alongside Keanu Reeves in the action movie 47 Ronin. Before he started acting, Neil was actually a basketball player. He once said that his condition never really brought him down emotionally, even though he spent a lot of time answering questions from ignorant people. He also said that he actually feared going bald, which was actually his biggest worry. He had a promising life, but sadly passed away at a young age of 36 due to heart failure. Hafpor Julius Bjornson. Another Game of Thrones character, Hafpor wasn't really like this from the very start. Measuring about 6 foot 9 inches, Hafpor was a basketball player from a younger age, but a knee injury ended his career abruptly. Another man just as strong saw him and advised him to start training and working out, and he soon found himself competing for the position as the world's strongest man. Even after he landed the role as Gregor in Game of Thrones and crushing a record set by Vikings which was as long as 1,000 years old, Hafpor still hasn't stopped training and competing for the position of the world's strongest man. Denis Cyplenkov. Denis Cyplenkov is a Ukrainian arm wrestler who started training and lifting weights at a very young age. His hands have the most densely packed muscles in the world, and this Hulk, or rather Ukrainian Hulk, which he is called, has a bicep with a circumference of 25 inches, making it the largest in Russia unofficially. His wrists are also 9.5 inches in circumference, making it the largest in Russia too. Yao Defen. Yao Defen, born in 1972, was quite a normal child, weighing 2 kilograms and 800 grams when she was just born, which isn't a bad weight for a newborn, until she started growing at an exceptional rate, to the extent of being almost 190 centimeters tall at just 11 years old. The doctor said there was a tumor growing in her pituitary area, causing her to become gigantic, and that a surgery would help her, but her family couldn't afford the surgery. She later turned 18, and her parents urged her to get something going with her life. She couldn't read or write, so she couldn't land any office job. And due to the fact that she was too weak for her height, companies couldn't hire her for sports. She had to move around with her dad from place to place, speaking to people, which then became her job. In the year 2002, a fundraiser from a British television helped her raise enough money for the surgery, and for some time the growth stopped. Later on, the tumor grew back and was spreading, so she needed another surgery quickly. It was during her state of depression that she met Zhang Jungai, which was also another very tall person with a height of 242 centimeters. They met in the hospital, and she felt really happy and relieved. But sadly, she died at the age of 40 because she couldn't afford proper health care. Ming and Zhu Yan. Even though Sun is taller than his wife, the two are both really tall with a total height of about 423 centimeters. They even got recognized by the Guinness Book of Records as the tallest couple in the world. Both of them loved sport. Sun is a basketball player, while his wife plays for a women's handball team. Which of these shocked you the most? Did you recognize the one from Grey's Anatomy? Let me know in the comment section below, and as always, be sure to like and subscribe to be part of our next video. Till then, stay safe, keep exploring, bye-bye.